Good morning, my dear friends from YouTube and also those who are present here. I cannot forget about you. You are the pillars of something that is greater than anything we have ever known. Something that is greater than us. You that are here, you are the pillars. Because faithfully every week you show here, you support to the message. The support and your commitment to what is truly good. So good morning to you too. And good morning to those who are listening or watching from the radio, from YouTube, from Facebook. I said to you, good morning. I want to share a message of life in this morning. I want to share a message that will energize your whole being and lift you to the level that you can be able to lift up, rescue those around us or around you. And I want to begin by sharing something so important. Something that I spoke before, but I want to speak again and speak a little longer about this. I want to speak about our life, our person is a product. You and I and the mountains, the sea, are things that were not created by human beings, are the product of a thought. You and I are a product of something that was thought, and it came to pass when that thought was made or was put into practice. And as I said before, and I want to repeat, our life is the product of what we think. We often speak a lot. We often have good ideas. We oftentimes tell our children, this is how you should do. Go to school, be a good student, have good morals, be a good neighbor, be a good friend, be a good worker, be a good husband, and we have a long list of things that we tell our children. But life is not about speaking. It's not about saying stuff. Life is about doing. And we can only do what is in our mind. I can say to you, life is good, but if my actions reflect that I'm an angry person or many other things, then you're going to say, this man said that life is good, but when I see him, I say life is bad for you. Because our living, our life, everything around us is a product of our thought. It's a product of what we think. I can say, oh, I believe in God. And somebody can say, I don't believe in God. But then you see a person who say they believe and they act like they don't believe. But then you see a person who don't claim to believe, but the person has love. The person is sincere. Then you see a person who don't have a church, who don't sing, who don't shout, who don't say, I belong to this religion, but the person has humanity. The person have sincerity. The person have love. So there we see that our life is not what we say or sometimes what we just do. Our life is a product of our thoughts. What I think, what is in my mind, it will materialize in my daily life. If in my mind I'm stable and happy person, that's how my life will be every day. If in my mind I have good thought, my mouth will speak what? If in my mind I have thought of life, health, and strength, my mouth will speak what? What is in my mind. Because you and I, we are not what we sometimes speak or what we say, is what is inside our mind. You know, we have heard that people say, oh, this man, this person was a mistake. No. You might think that some people might be a mistake, but no, because the Creator said, what I thought is going to happen. So you might find yourself that sometimes you believe that you are a mistake, or they make you believe that you were a mistake, but you are not a mistake of creation. Because the Creator of all said, as I think, it's going to happen. And we can see that we have His image. And when we talk about image, we don't talk about that we look like Him, that we have the same color. No, we're talking about the way we think. Because the way we think is how our surroundings and our life will be. It's the way I think. It's the thought that I carry every day when I wake up in the morning. When I go to work. When I see my wife, when I see my husband, when I see my children, when I see my co-worker. It's the thought that I have inside of me about them, about life. It's how my life will be. Our life is a product of what is inside here. And of course, if you listen long enough to what is negative, your mind will become what you've been listening for a long time, negative. If you listen to words of death most of the time, your mind will only have what you've been listening most of the time, and your life will be the product of that which you was listening. Your life will be the product of what we think, of what is inside of our mind. And then we said to our children, oh, but my daddy or my mom said this, but they do this. Because we do is what is inside of our mind. We don't, sometimes we talk a lot, but we don't do. Because what we do is what is inside of our mind. And if we don't do, it's because it's not inside of our mind. As the Creator said, everything that I created, I thought it, I planned it. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake of a few minutes. No, everything was well thought. And it came to pass. So what is inside of your mind? How much news can we watch? How much negative things can we hear? And then some people say, don't do what I do. Do what I say. That's the theory. In the practice, it don't work. Because we are today is what is inside of our mind. If we can turn into a empty shell because of religion, because of what is negative, because of what we see around. Or we could be somebody who have life because that's what is inside of my mind. I wanted to share this in this morning because that's what life is all about. It's about what is inside of our mind. It's what we think. It's not what we do. It's not what we profess. Oh, I'm a Christian. Oh, I'm a Pentecostal. Because not all, but I know people who don't profess to have a religion, but are people who love. Are people with humanity, with sincerity. Because it's not what we say, but what we think, it will materialize in our actions. My dear friends from YouTube, from Facebook, I want to invite you to share this message with your whole family, with your co-workers, with your friends, even to join YouTube and become someone who daily, to become a participant, to become someone who attends and share this message and join us, because this is a message of life. This is not a message of religion, of intimidation, of separation, of division. This is a message of love, which is missing so much in our days, everywhere. Until then, this is your friend, Joe Alexander, someone who has a message for you, for your family, for your friends, for your co-workers. Until then.